These are the top 10 stories on TV Platinum. On number 1, the Nigerian Army's 82 Division says it is investigating a viral social media video showing its personnel in a heated encounter with civilians along the Nsukka-Igboeze South Road in Enugu State. The incident reportedly happened during a routine check in Igboeze South local government area. In a statement, Acting Deputy Director of Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Olabisi Olalekun Ayeni, said the division takes all allegations of misconduct seriously and has launched a thorough investigation to uncover the facts. He assured that the findings will be made public and that any soldier found guilty will face disciplinary action in line with military regulations. On number 2, the federal government has appointed Fuji legend Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, popularly known as Kwame, as an ambassador for proper airport security etiquette following a recent controversy over his misconduct at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Minister of Aviation Festus Keyamo says Kwame's flight ban has been reduced from 6 months to 1, and the Federal Airport Authority will partner with him to promote proper conduct at Nigerian airports. According to Keyamo, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has dropped its criminal complaint against Kwame following public appeals and his apology over the recent controversy, as the Fuji legend maintains the flask he carried held water for health reasons and not alcohol. The minister emphasized that the leniency was granted on compassionate grounds, but warned the government is committed to strict enforcement of aviation safety regulations. On number 3, Justice Rahman Oshodi of the Lagos State Special Offences and Domestic Violence Court, Ikeja, has dismissed a 60 billion naira fraud case against former AMCAN Managing Director Ahmed Kuru following the federal government's withdrawal of charges. The Director of Public Prosecutions of the Federation, MB Abubakar, filed the notice of discontinuance on July 24, 2025. Kuru was arraigned by the EFCC on February 11, 2025, alongside Sigma Gulf Nigeria Limited on 6 amended counts of conspiracy, stealing, and illegal property transfer. While Kuru pleaded not guilty, Sigma Gulf admitted guilt under a plea bargain and was convicted. On number 4, a High Court sitting in Ogun State has ordered Governor Dapo Abiodun and state officials to refrain from the demolition or tampering with former Governor Gbenga Daniel Sagamu GRA residence at Soludero Court, alongside with his conference hotels and annex. Justice O.S. Oloyede on Tuesday granted an ex-parte order after Daniel and his wife filed a motion restraining the defendants, including the Governor, the Attorney General, the Ogun State Planning and Development Permit, and the Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development from interfering with the properties until a hearing scheduled for August 19th. Daniel accused the governor of issuing demolition and quit notices on August 8, alleging the action was politically motivated. Commissioner for Urban Development, Ogun State, Tunji Odunlami, while speaking to journalists on Monday, said the notices were part of a routine GRA audit requiring property owners, including Daniel, to submit documents for verification, ensuring compliance without targeting anyone's reputation. On number 5, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has warned Nigerians against enrolling more than once in the upcoming Continuous Voter Registration (CVR) exercise. According to Punch newspapers on Wednesday, Resident Electoral Commissioner, Plateau State, Alhaji Muhammad Sadiq, warned that anyone attempting multiple voter registrations in the upcoming Continuous Voters Registration exercise risks being completely removed from the voter register. He stressed that voter registration is both a right and a duty, and only duly registered citizens can vote. Sadiq urged Nigerians aged 18 and above to get their PVCs, noting that the CVR starts August 18 for registration, collection, transfers, and replacement. He called on political leaders to encourage participation and stressed that non-Nigerians will be prevented from registering. On number 6, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) Kano State Command has arrested 49 suspects for drug-related offences across the state. Command's Public Relations Officer Sadiq Muhammad Mekatari said officers raided key drug hotspots on August 7th and 8th, arrested 34 suspects in major markets and 15 more at Kano Line and Tasha Rimi Motor Parks. Cannabis, pregabalin, diazepam, codeine syrup, Rohypnol, rubber solution, and homemade weapons were seized during the operation. State Commander Idris Ahmed commended Chairman of NDLEA, retired Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa for his key support and warned traffickers to desist, vowing continued action against drug abuse. Investigations are ongoing with suspects to be charged in court. On number 7, the Edo State Police Command is set to bring all candidates contesting the August 16 by-elections for House of Representatives and senatorial seats together for a peace accord signing. The exercise will take place Thursday, August 14th at the Edo State Police Headquarters in Benin City. Police spokesperson Moses Jamu explained that the initiative ensures a peaceful, secure and credible electoral process. The accord engages political party chairmen and encourages candidates to respect one another while discouraging violence before, during and after the elections. State Commissioner of Police Mondi Agbonika urged participants to arrive promptly and warned political parties, candidates and supporters against violence, hate speech, vote buying or any action that could disrupt the election or public peace. On number 8, Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has called on the Nigerian Air Force NAF to deploy heavier air power to flush out Boko Haram and ISWAP fighters from the difficult terrains of Lake Chad, Sambisa Forest, the Timbuktu Triangle and the Mandara Mountains. Speaking on Tuesday in Maiduguri, Zulum told the Chief of Air Staff that ground troops are struggling to secure some of the terrain. Zulum commended NAF's use of unmanned aerial vehicles and other platforms, coordination with security agencies, and pledged the state government's full support to boost air power in hard-to-reach insurgent enclaves. Air Marshal Abubakar commended Zulum's leadership and the state's Borno model of de-radicalization, highlighting its focus on healing and reconciliation, and noted that Operation Harden Kai's air component has ramped up to unprecedented levels this year. On number 9, the National Association of Academic Technologists (NAT) has strongly criticized the Minister of Education Tunji Alausa over the newly introduced Tertiary Institution Staff Support Fund (TISSF), a loan initiative funded by the Federal Ministry of Education and TET Fund. In a statement by its national president, Ibeji Nwokoma, the union said it had carefully reviewed the scheme and dismissed it as a distraction that would trap workers in perpetual debt. NAT insisted its members do not need such loans, describing the TISSF as nothing more than taking salaries in advance, adding that its cooperative societies already cater to members' short-term financial needs. And lastly, the Network of Concerned Citizens (NCC) has urged the federal government and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) to halt plans to privatize the Port Harcourt refinery. NCC Secretary Dr. David Kingliu Elijah has called on the government to preserve national assets for future generations, warning that privatizing the refinery could lead to monopolies, hike prices, hurt consumers, and compromise the country's energy security. NCC has called on NNPC to complete the Port Harcourt refinery, settle contractors, and redeploy workers, saying a fully operational plant would stabilize fuel prices, create jobs, and boost government revenue. The group warned that privatizing the refinery would be risky and unwise given ongoing investment and unclear transparency. And that's the top 10 stories on TV Platinum. I am Hakima Dada. Do well to subscribe to all our social media platforms for more news updates. Thank you for watching and bye for now.